So, dear students, in continue with the combustion, now we are ready to discuss about the what are the factors affect the combustions. So, the factors affect the combustion process in the spark ignition engine. The first point is the composition of the mixture. So composition of the mixture means if the mixture is the rich, so initial ignition lag, then development of the flame and spread of the flame and termination of the flame is very fast, but practically for maintaining the good fuel efficiency of the engine, we cannot drive or run the engine continuously with the rich mixture, and it will be reduce the fuel efficiency as well as increase the exhaust gas pollution. So we are trying by adopting the modification in the combustion chamber, somehow maintaining the lean mixture. Second part is the load. Obviously, when the sudden load increase on the engine, so delivery of the power not affected, immediately we work on that to increase the richness of the air fuel ratio. So as the engine run over the load, the combustion is fast, but as the load reduce and we reduce the accelerator pedal or control the throttle valve, for time being combustion is good, but as the reducing the flow of intake air by controlling the throttle valve, the mixture suddenly move towards lean, and here the combustion is affected in terms of suddenly drop in power and increasing the back pressure. Third point is the compression ratio. As the compression ratio directly connected with the size of the engine, as the size of the engine will increase, obviously the combustion in a better way, but once again it will consume the more fuel and producing the higher exhaust gas pollution. Fourth point is a speed. Once you increase the speed, more accelerator pedal is open, more air insert, so more fuel insert inside, and combustion and flame propagation is fast. But again, the termination of the flame takes time. So there is a probability of intensity of the knocking. And fifth point is the turbulence and shape of the combustion chamber. Turbulence and shape of the combustion chamber is very important design concept for the any kind of engine, and it is not dependent on the speed of the engine, but it helps to increase the speed as well as torque, reduce the fuel consumption and minimize the exhaust gas emission. So turbulence, it's very helpful to increase the homogeneous mixture, and the shape of the combustion chamber help to increase the turbulence in the creating the waves. In new generation engine, the shape of the combustion chamber is difficult, so that part will be compensated to modify the shape of the piston. That will be discussed on the next chapter. The sixth point is the location of the spark plug. Location of the spark plug should be kept in a place so that the travel distance of the flame or propagation of the flame is cover the shortest distance. The position of the spark plug so near to inlet wall, the flame propagation and development and reduce the ignition lag period is very fast, and it provide the comfortable area. So the factors which affect the combustion overall, it's also sometimes with the variable driving parameters produce the abnormal combustion, or we can say it is the auto ignition and detonation. So just we understand the concept of the abnormal combustion and normal combustion, autoignition and detonation. In normal combustion, the flame is initiated by the spark. The flame front travel with a fairly uniform speed across the combustion chamber, compressing the unburned gas ahead of it. The gas ahead of the flame front is called the end gas. This is the last part of the charge to burn. The end gas receives heat during compression stroke by expanding the burn gas and by radiation from the advancing flame front. If the temperature and pressure of the end gas are high enough, it will ignite spontaneously before the flame front reaches it. This is called abnormal combustion. So as figure A, in a normal combustion, the top part where the spark plug is represented and the layer, half spherical layer, it shows the homogeneous charge, perfect mixture of the air and fuel. And after the first layer of the charge ignited with the help of the spark, it is instantaneously spread over the combustion chamber smoothly in a half round circle. And and in this figure A, there is a no show of the surface ignition or auto ignition. Means here the whatever temperature is initiated by the spark plug to produce the flame and spread the flame is very smoothly, and the temperature of the engine cylinder inner surface is absolutely normal. But when we move with the figure of the C, when we call the abnormal combustion with the detonation and anything, so here everything is the same. The development of frame, propagation of the frame, but and gases where the front flame front is connected is partially with the non-proper homogeneous, or suddenly we accelerate the engine and suddenly we reduce the throttle, so sudden amount of the high air fuel mixture come inside of the combustion chamber, but suddenly we drop the accelerator pedal, so intensity of the spark or ignition timing also get reduced, and that time the temperature of the cylinder will already shoot out, and this rich or sudden high amount of the air fuel mixture are not burned due to drop in intensity of the spark. It comes in a contact with the high cylinder temperature surface inner wall and start burning. So when this start burning and one-sided flame smoothly propagated towards from the spark plug to the down, so these both hand flame are collide to each other. मीन्स ऊपर से तो आ रही है जलती हुई फ्लेम, और वो जो लेट जलनी थी और जो सरफेस सिलेंडर के वॉल पे आके जलना शुरू हो गई थी, वो भी ऊपर की तरफ से एक्सपांड करेगी, और ऊपर जो स्पार्क प्लग से फ्लेम जलना चालू हुई थी वो नीचे की ओर एक्सपांड करेगी. तो एक पॉइंट ऐसा आएगा जहां पे दोनों जो फ्लेम एंड है उनका कोलिजन होगा, और वो कोलिजन कहलाता है सीवियर इफेक्ट ऑफ द नॉकिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड द डिटोनेशन. और इसका जो पिस्टन पे इम्पैक्ट ये होता है कि पिस्टन के ऊपर बैक प्रेशर डेवलप होता है, और ये पिस्टन को साइकिल प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करने के लिए ऊपर जाने में रिस्ट्रिक्शन क्रिएट करते हैं. ये सारी सिचुएशन कब होती है? ड्यूरिंग द मिड ऑफ द कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक. तो पिस्टन ने तो ऊपर जाना है, लेकिन इसकी वजह से वो रिस्ट्रिक्ट करता है कि पिस्टन का मूवमेंट को ऊपर ना जाए. उस पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो पे पिस्टन विद द हेल्प ऑफ द पिस्टन रिंग अपनी जगह पे वाइब्रेट करता है और एक पिगनिंग नॉइज क्रिएट करता है. ओके, सो in auto ignition, the rate of reaction is very high and the burning is almost instantaneous, which results in an extremely rapid release of energy, causing pressure fluctuation and causing pressure of the end gas to increase almost 3 to 4 times from about 50 bar to 150 to 200 bar. It's create such a high pressure which restrict the motion of the piston to not go to the complete the compression stroke. The pressure rise for most of the charge is around 50 bar, but because of auto ignition, the pressure of the last part of the charge goes to 150 to 200 bar. This large pressure difference give rise to severe pressure waves which strike the cylinder wall and set it to vibrate and producing metallic ringing sound called pinging. This phenomena known as a knocking or detonation. Knocking is a good for the any engine because it up to moderate level. But if the knocking is a severe means it damaging the engine part cylinder, so it called the detonation. The flame speed during detonation is of the order of 300 to 1000 meter per second. So let us understand what are the effects of the detonation. So it creates the unwanted noise and vibration over the engine, increase in heat transfer, mechanical damages, pre-ignition. Pre-ignition means fuel as the fuel spray in the combustion chamber and piston during the inlet or suction stroke. The piston is just start to move in a compression stroke, but fuel vapors start ignited, and this pre-ignition are restrict the movement of the piston from uh, starting of the compression stroke, that is called the from bottom dead to top dead center. Again, this pre-ignition is very uh, fast, then definitely it will be affect the power and efficiency of the engine, because once a pre-ignition is start and piston not reach completely at the power stroke, or we can say end of the compression stroke, then power stroke begins. But that time if you can imagine it, ki suppose the entire fuel air fuel mixture burn or piston work against that pressure due to burning of the air fuel mixture, so it drop the power of the engine and overall efficiency. Again, that because of detonation, then exhaust gas carry the high carbon percentages, so that we can say that it is the pollution. So the same after discussion the all combustion process like development, initiation of the flame, development of the flame, spread of the flame, and termination of the flame. That entire work process of the combustion, it's known as a theory of combustion. So till date there is a no complete explanation for the origin of knock over the full range of engine operating condition at which knock occurs. The fundamental explanation of the knocking phenomena given by high speed cinema photography test lead to two general theories of knocking: the auto ignition theory and the detonation theory. So in auto ignition theory, it is assumed that the flame front propagates with a normal speed before the start of auto ignition. According to this theory, when the fuel air mixture in the end gas region is compressed to sufficiently high pressure and above the self ignition temperature of the fuel before the flame front reaches it, the pre-flame reaction takes place in the part or all of the end gas. During the pre-flame reaction, extensive decomposition of the mixture take place, producing aldehydes, nitrogen peroxides, hydrogen peroxide, free radicals, and other exhaust gas pollutions. Strong pressure waves propagate across the combustion chamber, and also knocking sound due to acoustic vibration of the gases at the appropriate resonant frequency is transmitted through the engine structure. The detonation theory According to this theory, under the knocking condition, the advancing flame front, called detonating waves, accelerates to sonic velocity, means super speed velocity, and consumes the AND gas at a rate much faster than would occurs with normal flame speed. जो डिटोनेशन थ्योरी है ये अपीयर हो जाती है जस्ट बिगिनिंग ऑफ द कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक। अभी तक जो हमने पढ़ा था पहला वाला जो थ्योरी था वो हो रहा था ऑलमोस्ट जब सब कुछ नॉर्मल रहेगा तो पिस्टन कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक में ऑलमोस्ट मिडिल स्टेज क्रॉस कर चुका है और स्लोली मूव कर चुका है क्लोज टू द टॉप डेड सेंटर एंड ऑफ द compression stroke and beginning of the power stroke, then everything is same. But in detonation theory the same situation appears just piston start for the compression. So when the piston start for the compression and everything is burned, there is a no need to go, that it create the power on the piston. So the extra force come on the crankshaft to push the exhaust gases outward, but exhaust valve is open after the completion of the power stroke. So this all entire degree of rotation, the piston uh, perform very hard work to somehow to push the compress the exhaust gases against the cyclic stroke and then deliver. So during this entire scenario the piston create the noise in the terms of knocking and vibrate too much. So the recent evidence indicates that the knock originates with the autoignition of one or more local regions within the AND gas. The rest of the regions then ignite until the AND gas is completely reacted. This sequence of operations occurs extremely rapidly. Thus, the autoignition theory is most widely accepted. Therefore, the more general term knock is preferred to detonation to describe this phenomenon. So, what are the effect of engine variables on knock? The first variable of the engine is temperature, pressure and density factor. Temperature, it's related with the atmospheric temperature, then engine surrounding temperature. That means whatever temperature is outside is of the air when it comes in an engine compartment connected with the or take the heat from the engine, it's because of heat loss. So similarly if the temperature is less, that we assume that it's a good air, humidity is good, oxygen molecules are it's a very close to each other, but as the temperature increase oxygen molecules are dispersed, and when the point of the flame initiation if the oxygen moles are dispersed और दूर दूर हैं तो फ्लेम को यहाँ से एक पॉइंट से दूसरे मॉलिक्यूल्स पहुंचने में ज़्यादा वक्त लगेगा, और ज़्यादा वक्त लगेगा तो ऑब्वियसली जब ड्यूरिंग द कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक यदि प्रेशर और बढ़ेगा तो वो जो ऑक्सीजन मोल्स पहले से ही दूर दूर हैं गर्म हवा के कारण वो और ज़्यादा दूर हो जाएंगे, तो जो इग्निशन लैग पीरियड है वो और ज़्यादा वक्त के लिए बढ़ जाएगा। तो ये दोनों पैरामीटर जो टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर है ये डिपेंड करता है डेंसिटी फैक्टर्स पे। यदि हवा गर्म आ रही है तो ऑब्वियसली जो एयर की डेंसिटी कम हो जाएगी और ऑक्सीजन मोल्स दूर दूर होंगे। अगेन द सेम कंप्रेशन रेशियो, जितना ज़्यादा बड़ा इंजन है तो बड़ा इंजन है तो इंटेक्स एयर सिस्टम बड़ा होना चाहिए, इनलेट वॉल्व बड़ा होना चाहिए ताकि ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आ जाए। स्पार्क प्लग बड़ा होना चाहिए, कंबशन चैम्बर बड़ा हो जाएगा। तो अब यहाँ पे काउंटर अटैक आ रहा है कि यदि हर चीज़ बड़ी हो रही तो ऑब्वियसली इंजन का साइज बड़ा हो रहा है, लेकिन हमें लीन मिक्सचर या फ्यूल कंजम्पशन एग्जॉस्ट गैस पोल्यूशन को कंट्रोल करना है तो कंप्रेशन रेशो को बहुत हद तक हम बढ़ा नहीं सकते क्योंकि फिर उसके बाद नॉकिंग और डिटोनेशन भी हमें काउंटर अटैक करेगा। थर्ड पॉइंट इज द मास ऑफ इंडक्टेड चार्ज। जो एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आ रहा है वो सफिशिएंटली टर्बुलेंस हो, स्पीक इम्पैक्ट से अंदर आ रहा हो, और जिस पाथ से अंदर आ रहा है वो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड फ्री हो, हर्डल ना हो, ताकि सफिशिएंट क्वांटिटी ऑफ मास ऑफ एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आ सके। The fourth point is the inlet temperature of the mixture. यदि गर्म हवा उसमें इनलेट मिक्सचर के साथ मिक्स होती है तो ऑब्वियसली इट विल इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द फ्यूल पार्टिकल्स। ऐसा ना हो कि जरूरत से ज्यादा टेम्परेचर अंदर आए तो फ्यूल पार्टिकल रिएक्शन के वक्त से पहले ही रिएक्ट हो जाए और पार्शियली बर्न होना शुरू हो जाए। The another point is the temperature of the combustion chamber walls. Once a fuel comes inside of the combustion chamber during the suction stroke and as the beginning of the compression stroke, if combustion chamber wall बहुत ज़्यादा गर्म है तो वो फ्यूल पार्टिकल उससे टकराएंगे और टकराने के बाद वो सरफेस इग्निशन के तौर पे जलना चालू हो जाएंगे, बर्न होना शुरू हो जाएंगे, जबकि पिस्टन अभी कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक को शुरुआती कर रहा है। लोकेशन ऑफ द स्पार्क टाइमिंग दो तरीके से डिफाइन होती है, एडवांस एंड रिटार्ड। एडवांस नॉर्मल कोर्स ऑफ ऑपरेशन ऑफ द इंजन इफ एवरीथिंग इज फाइन एंड परफेक्ट, तो स्पार्क टाइमिंग हम लोग जैसे ही कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक चालू होता है उसी समय थोड़ा सा मिड ऑफ द पिस्टन जैसे ही पहुंचता है बिफोर 15 to 30 डिग्री हम स्पार्क को इनिशिएट कर देते हैं ताकि पिस्टन जब तक ऊपर पहुंचे कंप्लीट जो एयर फिल मिक्सचर अंदर आया है वो जल जाए और सफिशिएंट क्वांटिटी ऑफ प्रेशर बर्न हो जाए। लेकिन एज when the vehicle engine reach up to optimum temperature और spark timing हम एडवांस ही करते रहे तो नॉकिंग और डिटोनेशन की तरफ चला जाएगा। क्योंकि देखिए टेम्परेचर बढ़ चुका है, आपने उसी समय पहले से ही उसको बर्न कर दिया, सरफेस इग्निशन से भी बर्न हो रहा है, तो जब तक पिस्टन ऊपर जा रहा है उसको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर फील होगा और पावर लॉस होगा। तो उस केस में हम टेम्परेचर टाइमिंग को रिटार्ड करेंगे, मतलब पिस्टन सरफेस इग्निशन के साथ थोड़ा बर्निंग होने के बाद भी पीक ऑफ द एंड ऑफ द कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक पहुंच गया है और एक्सपांशन स्ट्रोक जैसे ही चालू होने वाला हो उसी समय फिर स्पार्क टाइमिंग अलाउ करें ताकि सडन ब्लास्ट होने के साथ सेम पावर के साथ पिस्टन नीचे आ सके। इसके अलावा जो कूलेंट टेम्परेचर है, मतलब हीट डिसिपिएशन रेट फ्रॉम द इंजन, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। लाइक 4 स्ट्रोक एयर कूल्ड इंजन बाहर की हवा से वो ठंडा होता है और मल्टी सिलेंडर इंजन जो होते हैं उसको जल्दी ठंडा करने के लिए हम लोग वाटर सर्कुलेट करते हैं और जिसको हम लोग कूलेंट भी बोलते हैं, जो ग्लाइकोल मिक्स होता है वाटर के साथ, तो वो हीट डिसिपिएशन फास्ट रखता है। अदरवाइज यदि वो हीट डिसिपिएशन फास्ट नहीं रखेगा तो अगेन प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ द सरफेस इग्निशन और ऑटो इग्निशन बढ़ जाएगी। पावर आउटपुट, जब आप फुल थ्रोटल पे वाइड थ्रोटल पे व्हीकल को चलाते हैं तो ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी पे एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आता है जिसको हम रिच मिक्सचर कह सकते हैं, जिसके कारण इंजन का टेम्परेचर शूट आउट हो जाता है। तो अगेन देयर इज ए प्रोबेबिलिटी कि पूरा कंप्लीट जो कंप्रेशन स्ट्रोक कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाता उससे पहले ही फ्यूल जलना शुरू हो जाता है, तो वहाँ पे भी हमें जो नॉकिंग है वो बढ़ी हुई मिलेगी। फिर आ जाते हैं लास्ट पॉइंट है एग्जॉस्ट बैक प्रेशर। एग्जॉस्ट बैक प्रेशर जैसा आप जानते ही हैं कि एग्जॉस्ट जो फ्लो होता है वो न्यूटन के थर्ड लॉ को हम लोग फॉलो करते हैं पूरा एंटायर इंजन साइकिल। यदि एग्जॉस्ट प्रेशर को हम फ्री फ्लो कर दें तो सबसे पहला इम्पैक्ट आएगा नॉइस, जो बहुत ही इरिटेटिंग नॉइस करेगा। तो हम बेफल्स क्रिएट करते हैं जिसको आप मफलर बोलते हैं, साइलेंसर बोलते हैं, जिसके कारण एग्जॉस्ट डायरेक्टली फ्लो नहीं होता, रुक रुक के मूव करता है। तो ये जो एग्जॉस्ट बैक प्रेशर है, तो जब ड्यूरिंग द कंबशन 100% एग्जॉस्ट गैस रेसिड्यूल्स बाहर नहीं जा पाते, जिनका टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है, वो करीबन 1200 से 1800 डिग्री सेल्सियस रहता है, वो थोड़ी थोड़ी क्वांटिटी में कंबशन चैम्बर के अंदर रहते हैं और वो जो एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आता है ड्यूरिंग सक्शन स्ट्रोक में उसके साथ भी रिएक्ट करते हैं और ऑटो इग्निशन और सरफेस इग्निशन को इंक्रीज करते हैं। तो दिस इज वन ऑफ द रीजन ऑफ द नॉकिंग। So, in continue with that, now we come to the design part. So, effect of design of engine head on the knocking tendency. So, effect of shrouded inlet wall. Shrouded inlet wall मतलब आप यदि कभी जब आप प्रैक्टिकल करेंगे तो ये आप देखेंगे कि जहाँ पे इंजन को हमने जैसे 3 हिस्सों में बाँटा हुआ है। पहले हिस्से को हेड कहते हैं, जिसमें पूरा कॉम्प्लिकेशंस इन्वॉल्व है सबसे ज़्यादा, जहाँ वॉल है, फिर उसको ऑपरेट करने की डिवाइसेस लगी हुई हैं, कैमशाफ्ट है, रॉकर आर्म है, हाइड्रोलिक वॉल लिफ्टर्स हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें लगी है। सेकंड पार्ट ब्लॉक है, जिसमें पिस्टन रिंग, कनेक्टिंग और क्रैंकशाफ्ट लगी हुई है, टाइमिंग चेन लगी हुई है, जो ऑलमोस्ट हर इंजन में कॉमन रहता है। तीसरा हिस्सा नीचे का रहता है, जो ऑयल चैम्बर वाला पार्ट रहता है, जिसमें क्रैंकशाफ्ट पार्शियली सबमर्ज रहती है ऑयल में, ताकि उसको लुब्रिकेशन प्रॉपर हो सके। और यहाँ ऑयल एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है, जैसा कि कूलेंट करता है हीट को डिसिपेट करने में, ऐसा ऑयल भी हीट को अपने साथ लेता है लुब्रिकेशन करते समय और वापस सम्प में आता है। सो जो श्राउडेड पार्ट जो आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ वो ये होता है कि जब हेड के अंदर हम थोड़ा सा कर्व देते हैं, और वो वहाँ पे वो कर्व में वो जो वॉल हैं आपके इनलेट और एग्जॉस्ट वॉल, वो थोड़े से छूट जाते हैं, अंदर की तरफ आ जाते हैं। So, what is the effect of shrouded inlet wall over the knocking? So, plain walls and shrouded inlet walls are shown in figure, right? So, figure A it shows the plain wall, and figure B it shows the shrouded wall. राइट, मीन्स प्लेन वॉल मतलब मैं हेड की सरफेस पे हाथ लगाऊंगा नीचे की तरफ से, जिधर से वॉल दिख रहा है, तो मेरे को सब कुछ स्मूथ दिखेगा। बट यदि मैं श्राउडेड पे हाथ लगा के लगूंगा, तो मेरे को कैविटी मिलेगी, इनलेट वॉल सरफेस जो हेड का है उससे थोड़ा अंदर की तरफ रहेगा। ओके, the use of shrouded inlet wall provides the flow of charge in a definite direction, so that the combustion time is reduced. This will reduce the tendency to knock. The shrouded wall also tends to reduce the cycle to cycle variation, especially when oriented so as to give the tangential flow into cylinder. तो बहुत क्लियर है, just because of shrouded turbulence और जो आपका वहाँ पे टेंजेंशियल फ्लो है वो अच्छा डेवलप होता है, और जिसकी वजह से हम वहाँ पे होमोजीनियस चार्ज को पाने के लिए इजी हो जाता है। मींस मिक्सिंग ऑफ एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर इज परफेक्ट इन द श्राउडेड वॉल इन कंपेयरिंग विद द प्लेन वॉल. So effect of the piston shape. Now after the design of the wall, we come to the understand the what are the effect of the piston shape over the knocking. So plain piston means flat piston with flat top, and squeeze piston are shown in figure. In squeeze piston, the charge is squeezed readily inwards near the top dead center, and the tendency to knock is less. The thin space above the piston in the combustion chamber is called the quench space. So as a figure आप देख रहे हैं, ए जो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है फ्लैट पिस्टन को कर रहा है, ऊपर से बिल्कुल टॉप उसका क्लीन है, और बट सेकेंड पिस्टन जो आप देख रहे हैं तो अंदर से पिस्टन के अंदर कैविटी है, डेप्थ है, तो ये जो है टर्बुलेंस और स्क्वीज इफेक्ट को इंक्रीज करेगा. नियर द एंड ऑफ द फ्लेम ट्रेवल, द एंड गैस इज लोकेटेड इन a thin space where it makes good contact with the cylinder wall, which are at a lower temperature than the end gas. Thus, the quench space is cooled with reduce the possibility of autoignition and hence the knocking. Because of the reduced space above the squeeze piston, the combustion chamber become effectively more compact and the possibility of turbulence increase. Both of these factors tends to decrease the knocking tendency. Nowadays, with all high-speed engines, we are using the cup type of pistons. And apart from that cups type of pistons, now we focus on the combustion chamber design. So a proper design of the combustion chamber for the spark ignition engine is important as it affects the engine performance, its knocking tendency and exhaust gas pollution. The design involves the shape of the cylinder head and piston crown. The top of the piston is known as a piston crown. The location of the spark plug and size and number of inlet and exhaust valves The design of the intake port also influences the turbulence and flow pattern of the charge in the combustion chamber. So requirement of a good combustion chamber are for high engine power output, high thermal efficiency and low specific fuel consumption, smooth engine operation, reduced exhaust gas pollution. Higher compression ratio, variation in air fuel mixture, rich or lean mixture with homogeneous charge, good turbulence and large inlet wall to obtain a higher volumetric efficiency. Streamline flow in order to reduce the pressure drop and to increase further volumetric efficiency, higher thermal efficiency and low specific fuel consumption, faster fuel burning process, compact combustion chamber to reduce the flame travel distance, proper location of spark plug and exhaust valve and inlet valve and their cooling. Here, the one word, there is a high thermal efficiency. So, high thermal efficiency you obtain when the heat loss is minimum. So, types of combustion chambers are T head type of combustion chamber. This T head type of combustion chamber introduced in 1908 with the Ford Motor Corporation, and the disadvantage of the T type T head combustion chamber, the distance across the combustion chamber is very long. The spark plug is located near the exhaust valve, means very difficult to develop the initiation of the flame, means flame travel distance is more. So therefore, knocking tendency is increased. The second disadvantage is the configuration provides two valves on either side of the combustion chamber requiring two camshaft, means one camshaft is responsible to operate the one inlet valve and another camshaft is required to operate the exhaust valve. So again there is a friction losses and unnecessary increase the weight of the engine on the engine. So there was a violent knocking even at compression ratio 4:1. The compression ratio is very poor, but at that compression ratio, the again knocking is affect the performance of the engine. This was also because of the low octane number of the petrol available at that time, which varied from 45 to 50. This is the diagram of the T type of combustion chamber, and T-type combustion chamber, as the earlier disadvantage we can study that the location of the spark plug is close to exhaust valve and inlet valve is far away from the spark plug location, and two different camshaft is required to operate the valve, and because of that when the inlet air through the inlet valve the air fuel mixture uh, entered in the combustion chamber, it will take time to reach up to the spark plug, right? So this is the failure design, and similarly we in a second figure we look the L head type of combustion chamber. In this combustion chamber, it is the modified version of the T type combustion chamber. Here the inlet wall is close to spark plug close to inlet wall and parallelly exhaust wall is located. But again, the drawback of this type of combustion chamber that everything is a flat. So after burning of the air fuel mixture with the help of the spark plug, the expansion of the flame development or propagation is poor, and it will be travel long distance then slowly create the pressure on the piston to move down. So in L head type combustion chamber, the walls are placed side by side in a detachable block. Manufacturing and maintenance part of this type of combustion chamber are easy, but the disadvantage of the T head type of combustion chamber force the development of L head, in which the two walls are placed on the same side of the combustion chamber, thus reducing the flame travel distance, and the walls are operated by a single camshaft. During the period of 1910, to 1930, the sidewall combustion chamber were commonly used in SI engine. This type of engine gave poor performance because lack of turbulence as the charge had to take two right angle turn to enter into cylinder, and in doing so the initial velocity of the charge got reduced. Extremely prone to knock due to lack of turbulence resulting in a low flame speed, the flame travel distance was also large and it therefore caused knock. Extremely sensitive to ignition timing due to lower rate of burning and slow combustion. That means the overall disadvantage of the this L-head chamber, the perfection mix of the homogeneous charge is not possible. So, modified combustion chamber is introduced in the name of the Ricardo turbulent head-side wall combustion chamber. This type of combustion chamber developed in the 1919. The main objective of this design was to increase turbulence in order to obtain a higher flame speed and flame propagation rate, and to reduce the knocking tendency of the engine. A greater volume of the space of the combustion chamber was available over the walls and was called the main body of the combustion. So as per the figure you can see that there is a half hemispherical shape where the spark plug is fitted, and when the air fuel mixture entered in the side, it will be pressurized, move and reach to the spark plug, and after expansion of the gases means burning of the air fuel mixture, it again create the lot of turbulence and pressure to the piston with the hemispherical shape. So, a slightly restricted passageway was provided over the cylinder to achieve any desired degree of turbulence within the main body of the combustion chamber. In order to reduce the knocking tendency, the distance of flame travel was shortened by placing the spark plug in the center and forming a very thin layer of entrapped gas between the piston crown and the portion of combustion chamber at the end gas region. When the piston was at TDC, the surface to volume ratio in this region was high, which helped in rejecting enough heat from the end gas to prevent the knocking. So minimize the thermal losses. Overhead wall or I head type combustion chamber. This is slightly modified combustion chamber of the record. In this, both the inlet and the exhaust walls are located in the cylinder head. The overhead wall engine is better than a sidewall engine at high compression ratio. The advantage are the volumetric efficiency is higher because of the better breathing of the engine from larger walls or wall lifts, and the pumping losses are less because of the more directly passage way provided for the gas exchange process with less pressure drop through walls. The average flame travel distance is reduced and therefore the engine is less prone to knock. Less heat loss result increase in the thermal efficiency of the engine. It also provide more complete combustion of fuel, thus producing more power and reducing air pollution. This is the diagram of the uh, ओवरहेड वॉल कंबशन चैम्बर. आपका बजाज का मोटरसाइकिल यदि आप लेंगे तो उसमें भी लिखा रहता है OFC, ओवरहेड camshaft. So this is related with the location of the camshaft, but more of if we can provide the more space in the combustion chamber so that we can comfortably locate the camshaft in the four-stroke engine. So here the both wall operated in a uh, from the top of the combustion chamber, and spark plug slightly fixed in a tilted manner, so it will be good enough to produce the flame uh, development, initiation and propagation of that. So again, that overhead type of combustion chamber is two types. In a one, first one is called the bathtub type and second one called the wedge type. In a bathtub type, the wall is mounted on a centrally, but in a wedge type, wall located in an inclined slightly in a both for the inlet manifold and exhaust manifold. So again, a slightly modified version come into the market for better efficiency and high speed engine is called the FHET type combustion chamber. It has a shaped piston crown fitted in a sloping cylinder head. Means in a previous one you can watch that the piston is completely flat, but in a F head the everything is modified, combustion chamber is modified, but piston is also modified in a sloping head to increase the more turbulence effect. So the inlet and exhaust valves are inclined. The inlet valve is located in the head and the exhaust valve in the block. The plug is fitted on the flat roof of the chamber. The cooling of the spark plug and the exhaust valve is efficient. The flame travel distance is short, so the knocking tendency is reduced. The operation of the valve involves a complex mechanism. Just because of the complexity, this type of cylinder chamber or engine are not come much in the market. Again, the improvement version of the that previous one is called the hemispherical combustion chamber. The hemispherical head with the domed piston used in a Jaguar racing car engines. A hemispherical chamber with inclined wall is the best design to use where the maximum specific output is required, involving piston speed exceed standard piston speed is around 6 to 12 meter per second, but with this type of combustion chamber and domed piston we can achieve around 15 meter per second. Nearly all racing cars have used the hemispherical cylinder head with domed piston, but again it's a disadvantage of that. There is, if you don't worry about the fuel efficiency and exhaust gas pollution, then go for the hemispherical combustion chamber. So, following are the advantage of the hemispherical head. The combustion chamber is very compact. The surface to volume ratio is small, which reduces the heat loss to the cylinder wall during combustion, thus providing a higher thermal efficiency. The larger diameter of walls can employed, which may increase the volumetric efficiency. However, the operation of the walls and placing of the spark plug in a multi-cylinder engine present difficulties unless a twin overhead camshaft mechanism is used. The another type of design which called the piston cavity combustion chamber. Especially there is a two types of combustion chambers are used in the compression ignition engine. It is not suitable for the petrol engine because it somehow with the property of the petrol it will increase the knocking tendency. So this type of combustion chamber we use in the diesel vehicle. So the first piston cavity combustion chamber is also called the indirect injection, or again this type of uh, design of the combustion chamber used in the direct injection engine also. So the combustion chamber compresses a bowl in the piston crown in conjunction with a flat cylinder head. This type of chamber mostly used in direct injection compression ignition engine, and this design is useful for higher compression ratio engine. This large commercial vehicle are still using this type of design of the combustion chamber. And this type of same combustion chamber we can using the petrol engine also, but we need for that to operate that type of combustion chamber very lean mixture. So combustion chamber with a pre-combustion chamber, that is especially used in the IDI engine. This type of combustion chamber used in IDI compression ignition engine to operate with the very lean air fuel ratio. This technology nowadays also adopt in a petrol engine which comes under the Toyota lean burn engine. So the problem associated with lean burn are it is impossible to operate an engine with a mixture linear air fuel ratio of 90. Standard parameters is 1 is to 14.7, but here is the goes up to 1 is to 19 due to deteriorate ignition ability. ऑब्वियसली जितना ज़्यादा लीन होता जाएगा मिक्सचर उसको जलाने में उतनी परेशानी आएगी, लेकिन काउंटर अटैक करने के लिए हम 2 स्पार्क प्लग या 3 स्पार्क प्लग भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. So the fuel consumption tends to increase because of the lower combustion speed and the deterioration of the flame propagation in a combustion with a lean mixture. Increased variation of combustion from cycle to cycle cause fluctuation in torque, thus resulting in poor drivability. तो ये जितने रिसर्च हो रहे हैं इसमें डिजाइन एंड पैरामीटर्स ऑफ द कंबशन चैम्बर, डिजाइन स्पेसिफिकेशन, चेंज इन द पिस्टन सरफेस और लोकेशन ऑफ द स्पार्क प्लग, नंबर ऑफ स्पार्क प्लग, डायमेंशन ऑफ द इनलेट वॉल और एग्जॉस्ट वॉल, ये सारे के सारे जो पैरामीटर्स चेंज हो रहे हैं, ये अभी भी रिसर्च कंटिन्यू हो रहा है क्योंकि कंबशन थ्योरी बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होती है और इसको फुलफिल करना इतना इजी टास्क नहीं है. कहीं ना कहीं काउंटर अटैक करना पड़ता है, कोई चीज़ अच्छी होती है तो कोई चीज़ बिगड़ती है उसमें. तो ये द एंड ऑफ द डिज़ाइन पैरामीटर ऑफ द कंबशन है. और इसमें मैं अब आपको एक चार्ट दिखाना चाहूँगा जो समरी है, जो कि किस पैटर्न का जो R&D करने से या किन वेरिएबल पैरामीटर्स को चेंज करने से टेंडेंसी ऑफ नॉक वो चेंज होती है. मीन्स ओवरऑल डिज़ाइन जो है और कंबशन जो थ्योरी है वो वर्क करती है कि कब नॉक सही होना चाहिए, कब ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, ताकि ऑप्टिमम इंजन परफॉर्मेंस मिल सके. तो दिस इज द almost end of the unit 2. The combustion is spark ignition engine. Thank you very much.